AudiogramBeats.com.
In my last video, I talked about personal responsibility for what we do and how we represent ourselves to one another and, but more specifically, to those outside of our community. There was a lot of pushback saying that I'm serving the oppressor's agenda.
Story about one person. So if I was into the craft, I would get a totem pole. And my first level of information, of my first level of being within inside the craft, I would have them totem pole. And I climb up to the next level. You see what I'm saying? This is what makes it. They climb to the next level. And this is all next time. So we move on to the bottom. When we see the family, we see our brother. We know that this brother, we zoom in on that, right? We see that this brother is right here. This brother chocolate. Ain't no doubt about it. This ain't no European. You can't mistake this. This is his brother, right? You see what I'm saying? And we'll see him wearing the feather of my eye. But we also see our brother here in the Western world, the Native American. We'll say the Aborigines, the Aboriginals, the original people. Because one who's native, not necessarily one who's aboriginal. A native only means that you populated this land for a long time. If you're original, that means you were here in origin. Right.
An agenda that's dangerous and unhealthy for our own people, that I'm somehow blaming the victim for what the oppressor has done. But here's how I see it. The image that now dominates the landscape, that represents the black man and the black woman, that is the oppressor's role. That's not a role you pick for yourself. I'm a thug, I'm a gangster, I'm a killer, I'm a pimp, I'm a hoe, I'm a bitch, I'm a nigga. You didn't pick that for yourself. The white man picked that for you. They've been saying that since the 1700s. Look up Carl von Linnaeus, father of modern anthropology. This man is still in your kids' textbooks in high school. Scientifically, in a science book, characterized black people as lazy and lustful, right? In a science book, right? Thomas Jefferson was boning slaves, talking about blacks are sexually unattractive and inferior to whites.
Origin. Right. These were black people too. So don't be mistaken by the whitewashed Native American that is projected on television or the media or everything we see, even at the Million March. We see these black natives. But they still all of them haven't been whitewashed out there. So there's no mistake about it that we see my eye. We see our sister, cold sister, Native American. Ain't no mistaking. She ain't black, right? You know what I'm saying? From America. We see mother in my eye. You know what I'm saying? So we'll say that the symbols of the feather came, was found in ancient Kemet or ancient Egypt, as well as was found in America. How did that happen? What principles were shared? You know what I'm saying? You got the 12 Lakota virtues of the Native American culture. You know what I'm saying?
The Declaration of Independence, which states, we believe that all men are created equal and endowed by certain unalienable rights by their creator. So when you see me say take that off your timeline, I'm saying that representation is the white man's agenda. That representation is your oppressor's agenda. You didn't come up with that. You didn't decide to represent yourself that way. It's been stamped and beaten into your psyche that that's who you are for so long that you just accepted it and thought you came up with the idea. Somebody told you, oh, this is a good idea, right? Meanwhile, same streets I'm standing on, same streets I've been walking since I've been on this earth. New York City, in 1906, the Bronx Zoo had a black man on display in a cage, right? That's 1906. And it wasn't backwoods, toothless, redneck, Ku Klux Klan members coming to see this man in his cage. He was civilized, New York, Northerners, white folks, Christians, right? Coming to view this black man in the cage. So when you see LeBron James on the cover of Vogue as the first black man in the history of Vogue to be on the cover, and he's looking like Godzilla with the white woman in his arm, and he's understand there's a long history of that. And understand that when you do it now, you are responsible. Because nobody's beating you and making you act like that. Nobody's holding a gun to your head and forcing you to act like that and represent that. So yeah. I asked you last time, were you responsible, and who was responsible? You are. It's not your fault, because it didn't start with you. In this day and age, you are responsible. Because those quotes I gave you from the 1700s, Cail-Ra, Linnaeus, Thomas Jefferson, the list goes on, the father of modern gynecology, Dr. Sims and all that, doing experiments on black women because he wrote blacks don't feel pain as much and all of that, right? These people are heroes. There's probably more Thomas Jefferson statues than any other founding father all around the nation. The man who said blacks are inferior and whites are superior, but was fathering black children with his slaves, is the hero of this place. So if you think that pathology, right, has not been passed down from generation to generation along with this rich national heritage of freedom and independence and all of this stuff, you're crazy. You're crazy. What we're dealing with is sociopathy and psychopathy, right? What do you mean? You look at pictures of lynching. Now, be mindful, lynchings happen after slavery because nobody wants to lynch their own slaves. Slaves were property and profitable. The lynchings occurred after the 246 years of chattel slavery, right? You see families, white families, standing around, looking up, smiling, taking pictures, right? If I held up an animal and I choked it to death in front of you and I was smiling and I kicked it, you call me a monster. It'll make headline news for a week and I will go to jail for animal cruelty and all type of trumped up charges, right? For hurting an animal. So what level of sociopathy do you have to do this to human beings for years on end? What kind of disassociative psychopathy and sociopathy does that produce, or do you have to be standing around with your child watching a human being hang, right? So if you think that pathology of sociopathy has not been handed down, you're crazy. And if you're looking to anybody outside of your community to change their mind about you for you, or to give you anything, you're crazy. It's not gonna happen. So, it's my question. Where did this originate? Who are you representing when you think you're free to be what you want? You think that's your culture. You think, oh, this is who I'm a real nigga. I'm a thug nigga. Nah, it's the white man's idea, homie. That's your oppressor's idea, homie. That's Satan's idea, homie. Facts or not.
First controlling your thoughts. As we said earlier, you find people locked up in prison who would say, yeah, what are you thinking about? You know what I'm saying? It was unable to control the mindset. You know what I'm saying? And so, what the 10 virtues remind us is we have to exercise even working on our thought patterns, working on our thought process. If we see something or we hear something that doesn't exist or doesn't speak to our realm of thought or our spirit, we should immediately brush it out of our process. Little one, come on, turn that shit off. You know what I'm saying? What do you do? What do you do? You know what I'm saying? Malcolm X said, if you got a gospel that don't do nothing for you, the hell with that gospel. You know what I'm saying? And I know for me, as being a young, Tupac, I used to listen to, waking up, I wake up in the morning, first to hit the block, little bad motherfucker with a pocket full of rocks. You know what I'm saying? That was me. I lived that. Just off that phrase alone, that was my gospel. So now I'm able to bring it into consciousness and saying that, okay, well, you're going to listen to Break the Foundation, you're going to listen to Dad Pray, you're going to listen to Sarah, you're going to listen to David Banner. Everybody who has something consciousness to say. These are the thoughts that we want to incorporate our gospel. You know what I'm saying? So that's control over your thought. You know what I mean? 95% of the shit that happens in our community was because people wasn't really, people's mind was on bullshit. That's what they were thinking about. Just bullshit BS. Simple BS.
Bullshit.
That's right. So, you know, we understand that once you master controlling your thought, you can go ahead and master your own action. That means you start vibing as you think. You know what I'm saying? Because you live by what you think. You hip hop artist, that's all you think about every day. You know what I'm saying? But if you're in the righteousness, you're in the RBG, people like us are always looking like what we supposed to. We ready for war. You know what I'm saying? We ready to give, you know, and war don't necessarily means combative. You know what I'm saying? Combat. Sometimes we just ready to give that truth. You know what I'm saying? And war with the minds of our people based on real truth. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we is.
Yeah,
War lives.
war,
That's right.
and that just made me think of something. A lot of people don't understand like environments and always being on point when you at war. So like me,